Episode 439. The door to the two girls' room was only slightly ajar. Tang Rou didn't rush in. She leaned against the wall in the hallway for a good while before finally pushing the door open. Inside, she saw Chen Guo lying face down on the bed, her head sandwiched between two pillows like an Oreo cookie.
Oh my, what happened here? What about your hair?
Tang Rou walked over as she spoke. Shen Guo usually wore her hair in a ponytail, so this sandwich cookie style was doing a real number on it.
You're back.
Chen Guo's head emerged from the pillow, looking as if nothing was wrong. The tear stains on her face had long since been wiped clean by the fabric, but her red-rimmed eyes were enough to give her away. Tang Rou, however, acted as if she hadn't seen a thing, maintaining her usual smile.
Get some rest.
Soon, the room plunged into total darkness. Chen Guo still lay there, eyes wide open, staring blankly at the ceiling. Outside the window, the occasional streetlight flickered past, casting strange, shifting shadows across the ceiling.
Little Tang, are you asleep?
Chen Guo asked quietly.
Not yet.
Tang Rou replied.
Do you agree with the way Ye Shu throws himself into gaming, no matter what? But he can't play anymore.
A heavy silence fell between them. Tang Rou understood Chen Guo's meaning perfectly. For Ye Shu, the Pro League was his true stage, but he was retired now. At the dazzling All-Star event, he could only stand among the ordinary spectators, a mere onlooker. What must he have been feeling at a time like that?
It's not over yet. Someone with the resolve to run away from home wouldn't give up so quickly. His Lord Grimm will stand on that stage again.
Realizing, right, Lord Grimm.
Chen Guo suddenly remembered Ye Shu's account.
The unspecialized playstyle has never appeared on the top stage, and his self-made weapon, the Myriad Manifestations umbrella, would definitely shock a lot of people.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
But
Chen Guo was still worried. She had always followed Glory and the Excellent Era team closely. She had watched helplessly as the team declined, and as the media flooded the airwaves with reports of Ye Shu's deteriorating form. Though she had her own thoughts on the matter, the sheer weight of so many voices in unison couldn't help but make Chen Guo waver.
It's not that simple.
what's up?
One night,
Tang Rou quickly recounted how Lu Hao and his crew had shown up at the internet cafe in the middle of the night last time.
That really happened?
Chen Guo sat bolt upright in bed, startled.
so I think there must be a lot of hidden reasons behind his retirement.
You're right.
But I don't know much about the game, so I can't really guess.
Well, I don't really know much about the internal affairs of the club either. But given Ye Shu's seniority and status within Excellent Era, I really don't think a third-rate amateur like Liu Hao could ever shake him.
Actually, Chen Guo didn't dislike Lu Hao to begin with. In fact, because he was the vice-captain of Excellent Era, she even supported him somewhat. But in the blink of an eye, Chen Guo was already calling Liu Hao a third-rate amateur.
So, these people alone couldn't have stirred up much trouble. There must be some other reason pushing things along.
But within Excellent Era, the only person who might rank above him is probably their club's owner.
Would it be easy for the boss to actually move against him?
In theory, yes. But you have to consider a lot of things. Team stability, fan sentiment, sponsor requirements, all that.
If that's the case, then look. There are people in the team who have major issues with him. So if he leaves, the team wouldn't fall into chaos. On the contrary, it would become more stable.
As for sponsors, he never makes public appearances, so he has no endorsements, and he can't do any promotional work for them either. No matter how skilled he is, to the sponsors, he's the least useful one.
As for the fans' emotions, the team's declining performance, the captain's slump, are the many reports you just mentioned always linking these things together? Are these reports truly fair and impartial journalism, or is someone manipulating public opinion behind the scenes?
As the two girls peeled back the layers, possibility after possibility began to emerge.
So, Excellent Era team wanted to get rid of him all along.
Yes, and it wasn't just about driving him out of Excellent Era team. They wanted to kick him out of the Glory Pro scene entirely.
Yes, that's just too much.
Chen Guo practically leapt out of bed this time. To think that Yi Shu, carrying such a heavy heart, had toiled so arduously to build the excellent Era dynasty for the Glory team, a dynasty destined to be recorded in Glory's history once more. And yet, in the end, he was the target of a carefully laid plot. When the birds are gone, the bow is stored away. When the hares are dead, the hounds are boiled. It was a classic case of betrayal.
I'm so pissed off.
Shen Guo hopped off the bed, ran to get a glass of water, and gulped it down in one go.
But these are still just our guesses.
I'd say it's pretty much a sure thing. Otherwise, why would he have retired out of the blue? A decline in form? Do you even know what you're talking about? Today, during his PK with that Du Ming, he used the dragon's head technique for his rising dragon soars the sky. The dragon looks up, you know. You probably don't know this, but right now in Glory, he's the only one who can pull off that move. Even though it's been a while, he pulled it off again today. States slipping? That's a bit much, don't you think?
Oh, I have another analysis here. Want to hear it?
Go on.
Shen Guo set the cup down with a clatter, wiped her mouth, and climbed back into bed.
He said he went home before, but it didn't end well, right? How's the income for Glory Pro players, compared to regular people, I mean?
There's no comparison at all. These guys nowadays, their contracts are sky high, one more outrageous than the last. Add in all the endorsements and ads. The top earners make more in a single year than I would in 100 years as a net cafe manager.
And what about Yi Shu? He's been at the pinnacle of Glory since day one. Even if his family can't fully grasp his achievements, just his income alone should make them realize that while pro gamers might have their issues, Ye Shu is the exception. He's already at the very top of the professional scene. He shouldn't have to worry about things like that anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. At his level, he really shouldn't have to worry about much.
But it still ended badly. So I'm thinking, his family probably isn't your average one. The status and income of a Glory Pro player held absolutely no sway in his family.
Wait, is this guy actually a rich kid?
Hard to say. But I don't think Excellent Era is that simple. Politics, business, or maybe a family of scholars. In any case, from the moment they're born, their future is already clearly mapped out. They might have some room to choose though. But becoming a professional esports player, that option probably never even existed. So no matter how much success he achieves in this field, he'll never get any recognition from his family.
That makes sense.
Shen Guo nodded repeatedly.